What's good, everybody? My name is Sonalena Imarumula, and the E stands for everything exciting. Now, I'm pretty sure that at this moment, a lot of you guys know that MaMkhize owes SARS a lot of money because she is rich, and rich people pay a lot of tax. Hence, we usually have a lot of people doing charity work and stuff to avoid paying hefty amounts. So I don't know what transpired in this particular situation of MaMkhize, but haircuts were taken away last year. It was a whole trend. It was all over social media. I'm pretty sure you guys definitely saw that. There's no way that you could have missed that. So, the reason I'm making this video is that they recently released a statement. After there was an ongoing commotion on social media claiming that the players are not reporting to training anymore because they are complaining that they weren't paid in December, right? So they released a statement which we are gonna get into, explaining the whole situation, uh, explaining the reason why the players haven't been paid, explaining the way forward for the team because people are scared that this might actually be the end of Royal AM. Uh, Now, football, I believe it's just like any other business, and it's not for everybody. Not everybody who wants to own a football club can simply own a football club because let's just be honest. I feel like it's very, very expensive to run a football club because there are players who earn millions. You still have to pay for stadiums. You still have to, pay the staff. There's just a lot that goes into football, and my honest opinion is that I feel like they got into this whole business without knowing the ins and outs and without running proper research on what actually goes into running a football club. Because at this point, I feel like they were just doing it for clout or maybe for the fact that they believed that they had enough money and they could do it. But the only problem with a football club is that if it's not bringing in any money, then it's a problem. It's a losing, it's a losing business because you are investing millions and then you are not winning any trophies. You are not gaining any sponsorships. You're not winning any tournaments. You are not winning anything. So it's basically you just flashing your money away. And at the end of the day, it's gonna get expensive. It becomes a problem when money just goes out and it doesn't come in. That's how a lot of businesses end up being liquidated at the end of the day because they uh take out a lot of money. They spend on a lot of things. This is the same situation that happened with Batu, not Batu, Drip Footwear. Yeah, this is the same situation that happened with Drip Footwear. They had all these stores, they had all these trucks, and all these people. But the only issue is that the money that was coming in was lower than the money that was going out. So that's a business model, according to me. I don't know a lot about business, but that's the little information that I believe that I have. So we are gonna go into the statement that is released by Royal AM. It's an official statement. So luckily we'll be safe. So it reads as follows. Royal AEM Football Club wishes to address the unfortunate situation regarding the non-payment of salaries for December 2024, affecting our valued players, technical team and staff. We acknowledge the hardship this has caused and extend our heartfelt apologies to those impacted, including their families. As many are aware, the club is currently under curatorship following the preservation order obtained by SARS. While this has resulted in the temporary appointment of a curator, I won't say the name, Mr. Jaco, yeah, to oversee the club's assets and operations, we want to assure all stakeholders that Royal AM remains committed to resolving this matter as swiftly as possible. So the way that I'm seeing this whole situation, the way I think it is uh, since they owe SARS, and in most cases, you know that when you owe SARS, they take control of some of your assets to kind of make up for the whole debt, to cover the debt. Sometimes it might be the end. You might lose them forever. They just cover the debt. If you are unable to pay, then it's a loss. So there's a possibility that this might just be the end of Royal AM. I'm just worried about the players at this point because they are the ones that are gonna be impacted mostly. At this point, they haven't been paid; they are still being owed. And I feel like also this whole situation started because there was a rumor that MaMkhize owed a certain player millions. I'm not quite sure of that, but there was that whole situation. It was also circulating that a certain player was owed a certain amount of money, and that resulted into them reporting and stuff. And it was just a lot. So, moving on. Okay, yeah. Also, I would like also to just put it out there. So this certainly means that right now Royal AM is owned by SARS. SARS owns Royal AM. The MaMkhize doesn't have the rights to do anything with Royal AM at this point. So I don't know how that's gonna transpire with the whole PSL committee, with the whole FIFA and whatever. I don't know how that's gonna go about. Is the team gonna still be able to go back to the status that it has, or what's gonna happen to the team? Will it be banned? We don't know. So moving on, it says the club's management, led by our CEO, has been working diligently with the curator to secure the necessary permissions to release funds for salary payment. And it says it has always been the ethicals or whatever of Royal AM to prioritize the well-being of our personnel, and we remain dedicated to upholding that principle despite the current challenges. So, it's quite clear that the salaries will not be released. There's no way that they will be released because they owe SARS, and they had to seize all the assets to cover for the debt that's owed. So I don't believe that it will reach a stage where we are saying that the funds have been released and players are paid. They'll just have to find means of, paying players, which I feel like it's going to be a very, very, very complicated and hard situation, considering the fact that it's a lot of money. There's are not only players that we are talking about. We are talking about the technical team. We are talking about the stuff in general. So it's a lot of money that I don't know how this is gonna end, but this might just be the end of MaMkhize's reign as one of the richest people in South Africa, and it might just be the end of Royal AM. I don't know. Let's just move on. And the last sentence says Royal AM is committed to preserving the integrity of the club and ensuring its long term success. We remain optimistic that this situation will be resolved soon, and we will provide timely updates as developments unfold. Now, this team, the way it started, and you know, I remember a lot of people used to make fun of Andile, saying that he went to his mom and cried and said, I want a football team, and then they gave him the football team. The way this whole thing started, it started as a joke, a play jokingly, according to the way I saw it. I thought it was a joke, honestly. But it turned out to be true. They were just flexing money that point. I feel like they were showing off, proving to people that they are able to buy whatever they wanna buy. They can even buy a football team, right? So according to me, that was just a moment of show off. I don't think they got into it hoping to turn it into a successful business. I feel like they were just uh flexing and showing us that if you want a football team, we can get a football team. So it's something that I don't think they thought through. But imagine you've been rich all along only to suffer through a football club that's not even winning cups, that's not winning titles, that's not winning anything, that's just playing, and then you're losing money, and then you lose all your assets because of that, because of I take it as a publicity stunt, because we know Andy Lempisani is known for flexing on social media, showing off riches, showing off his expensive lifestyle and cars and whatever. So unfortunately, a lot of people usually suffer because of the things that they post online. um We know of MaMkhize being rich because of what we see from reality shows, from online. We know about Andile from social media. So a lot of people, in most cases, usually put themselves in tight spots by always publishing everything, and that kind of attracts the wrong attention. I'm not saying it's wrong, but we remember there are people who are rich and they're just quiet. They don't attract this much noise. So let me know in the comment section, do you think this is the end of Royal AM? Is it the end of the club? And what's gonna happen to the players, kahle kahle? That's what I wanna know. Let me know in the comment section, what are your thoughts? Is it the end of Royal AM? Is it the end of this players' careers, or they might be lucky and get signed to other clubs? Let me know in the comment section. Till next time, peace.